Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to take a look at the Soulforge and tell you what is good and bad in there. But first of all, let's take a look at this weekly event troop, the Warg Spirit. Deals magic plus 3 damage to an enemy boosted by ghost gems, then create 3 ghost gems. Okay, first trait, Undying, immune to poison, disease, lycanthropy and deathmark. Second one, Haunted, 15% chance to create a ghost gem when my turn begins. And the third one, Nature Link. Gain a bonus green mana from green gem matches. It does use green, so it makes it a little bit easier to get charged itself. And the damage amount is okay. It is boosted by ghost gems. But yeah, it's the boost ratio is actually quite good. So yeah, but not sure when you're going to use it. But yeah, due to that Undying and the boost ratio being pretty good, then I'm going to give that a bang in the middle, kind of 5 out of 10. It's all right for you, Mr. Wargy Spirit. Anyway, I never used to like mushrooms, but then they grew on me. That one was from Clip Bomb Chad, and I kind of made one up on the fly at the same time. What did I say? I said, oh yeah, I really wanted to get into some sort of toadstool type hobbies, but I didn't have mushroom. Yes. And with that, let's go into the Soulforge. Right, let's take a look at the weapons first. Not going over all the ones that are here all the time, as ever. They're in my Soulforge extra video, which I'll put a link to in the description below. But first up, we have Hope's Crescent. Good weapon. Eliminate all armor through an enemy. That is really good. Especially on those like raid boss events where you can use this and things like that. Anything that eliminates all armor, you can just get the battles done really quickly on those high levels. Or in high level delves, things like that. Very good indeed. And deal magic based damage. If the enemy's life is greater, deal triple damage. So yeah, very nice indeed. Hope's Crescent. Doomed Glaive. One of my favourite doomed weapons. Dealing magic plus 3 damage to all enemies with a +1 per temporary level boost. Convert brown to doom skulls, and if the enemy has a doom, create 5 more. And gain 3 mana for each green enemy. So it's strongest against an all green team, but yeah, fantastic weapon whichever way you look at it. And some nice upgrade as well, like Tangling. That entangles a top troop when you cast it. So Leaf creates a leaf storm again, which helps it get charged faster. Very nice, like it. Wolf Hammer, very good against wolves coming into your garden, just bash them around the bonds. Say, go away, leave my badges alone. Anyway, deals damage to an enemy boosted by Morgrim Woods allies, then creates a mix of 6 blue and green gems for each Morgrim Woods ally. Uses red and brown, and generates blue and green. So make sure those Morgrim Woods allies, at least 1 or 2 of them, use blue and green to make the most of all that juicy mana. Dagger of Morgrim. Remove all green gems. This is with no effect, just removed from the board. Then deal magic based damage to an enemy boosted by gems removed. If the enemy is from Morgrim Woods, or if the battle is in Morgrim Woods, deal double damage. So pretty situational, but can be useful if that situation arises. Lupine's Edge does magic based damage to an enemy boosted by Wargear allies. So similar to the other weapon. Then creates a mix of 6 green and red gems for each Wargear ally this time. Uses blue and yellow, generates green and red, so make sure you've got Wargear allies using green and red in your team to make the most of that. Devil's Bane deals magic based damage to an enemy with a 4% chance to kill them, boosted by daemon enemies. Don't like these ones that have got such a low chance to kill. It's not that great. The boost ratio is +4, so you can boost it up with an all daemon team, but it's okay. If you've got an all daemon team, you've got a much better chance of killing. Just like, what, going to work out 20%? Which is 1 in 5 on average, and you may get lucky. But yeah, still nothing fantastic for me. Moonblade does damage to an enemy, then convert 3 gems of one of their mana colours to lycanthropy gems. If that was a bit more gems, that might be okay, but as it stands, it's just, yeah, very, very collectible. Wonder Stars is not in my Soulforge extra video, because it came out after that video was released, but yeah, absolutely essential. If you can get it, if you've got the resources, just get it. It's absolutely fantastic. Creating 6 elemental stars and blessing all allies. A bless is like a super cleanse. You get cleansed and give the effects of imperviousness at the same time, which is really cool. Or create 7 umbral stars, which uses the opposite colours, and curse all enemies, which is very useful indeed. Certainly against certain teams. Who else have we got? There must be Vampiric Mark. It's very bright blue on my screen, that one. Deal a magic +2 damage to an enemy, and if they have Hunter's Mark, steal 6 life from them. So yeah. Meh. One of those ones you just get because it's like you just get it. And these ones that are cheap anyway, like 75 diamonds is certainly worth picking up. Because a lot of the time in the game, one of your kingdoms may be held back by the fact you need a certain amount of weapons from a certain kingdom fully leveled up to progress. And this is where these cheap weapons come in handy. So don't ignore them. What else we got? Is that it? Oh no, we've got Path of the Wolf. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by purple allies and wargear allies. So very basic weapon there. Nothing fantastic about it. And we have the Doomed weapon. This is for the event, but don't get it from here. Get it from the event shop because you're going to play Tower of Doom anyway. And it's quite expensive from here at 800 diamonds and all the rest as well. Getting it from the shop with just diamonds is much better value. The Doomed 4 card. 4 card, 4 card. I've got to be careful here. It's like I'm sure they do these things on purpose with the Robbie macaque and things like that at the same time. It can't be a coincidence. It's like when you make up words or invent things like you can in this game, and you can choose anything you want. But they do these things which have these little ways of saying them. Anyway, we're taking our Doomed 4 card, and it deals damage to the first 2 enemies with a +2 per temporary level boost. Then create 2 green gems for each green ally and enemy, and if the enemy has a Doom, gain a random status effect. So this will be very useful for the event. Obviously we have to use it anyway to get the ×2 magic, but the point is it will actually be a decent weapon at the same time, which is nice. Alright, so that is the weapons. Let's pop over and take a look at the old troops. If you're a newer player, take a look at these summoning stones, see if there's anybody in there that you haven't got, and if that is the case, then certainly craft a few of that colour, seeing if you can pick them up. Like Rowan is here, absolutely a fantastic troop. If you haven't got Rowan, definitely craft some of these summoning stones. Deals scatter damage boosted by her armour. A very, very good troop indeed. One of the best early level troops you can get in the game. Absolutely superb. And yeah, just pop through, have a look at all of them, see what is there, and if you're missing any of them. Nobody else standing out from there. Yeah, some good ones. I remember Grave Knight in the really early days being really good. It's like, what? Eliminate all armor? You're joking me. That's like hideous. Funny how things change. Right, so let's take a look at the mythics first. We'll start at the bottom. Again, all the troops that are here all the time are in my Soulforge extra video. A link to that will be in the description below. First up of the mythics, we have the Gemini. Stealing magic +1 life from the 2 weakest enemies, then inflict curse and 3 stacks of bleed on them. Remember that bleed is true damage at the same time, so if they survived, that is going to like peel away at their life even more. Reduce damage from spells by 25%. Immune to poison, disease, lycanthropy and death mark. And give 8 life to all purple allies when matching purple gems. Is an okay set of traits, but yeah, not a fantastic mythic overall. Just kind of okay. Ahries. So I think Ahries is a little bit underrated. When it first came out, didn't get a very good reception from most people. But deals damage to the first enemy, and it is a ranged amount of damage between moderate and pretty decent. And if they die, explode 8 gems. But the thing is, and I think this is seriously what some people forget, is a troop is only as good as the team that it's in. Now, everyone knows that Zul'Goth is a really good troop. But Zul'Goth is almost nothing without troops like Thrall or Drowned Sailor and things like that to get it, you know, boosted up, get its mana nice and quickly. Otherwise, Zul can be killed easily with a Godslayer or something like that. So even Zul is only as good as the team he's in, and this is the same with Mythics. Like, this is a construct. You put this in a team with the Empress, who's also a construct, and the Geomancer you can get a 50% mana start. Put this in last place and get the Empress boost. And it can just kill. It can just ram, bash, kill someone, explode gems, get charged up again, and repeat. It's actually pretty decent in the right team. So yeah, Ahries not as bad as a lot of people said at the beginning. And I think I said it was alright. So yeah, I'm standing by it. Not literally standing by it, because it might headbutt me into oblivion. But you know what I mean. Figuratively speaking. Next up we have Zilopochtli. Dealing damage to an enemy boosted by purple gems. If there's a storm, deal double damage. And if the enemy dies, create 12 skulls. So you got to plan this spell a little bit for this one. It's a bit of a weird one because you need a storm to get the double damage. And then you still need to get the enemy to die when you hit them with it to create those skulls. And as you probably know with Soulforge, if you've got that troop already or you've seen it in action, the creating of the 12 skulls can sometimes get you in a bit of bother yourself as well if they just align against you and set the enemy up. It's weird as well. The Dawn Slayer deal 12 damage to a random enemy when matching yellow gems. I've literally only just noticed that. I've never looked at that before. I'm just thinking it as is this supposed to be like a Dawnbringer kind of counter or something? Don't know. But anyway, it's not a very good one if it is. But it does inflict death mark when doing skull damage, but at the same time it's going to die quick because it hasn't got any skull protection and it's not going to be up top to do that. So yeah, Zilopochtli not that great. It's yeah, pretty naff really. Oh, we got Pharos-Ra, that's nice. One of the best early player troops in the game, transforming yellow gems to purple, dealing magic +1 damage to an enemy, boosted by my souls, and give 20 souls. But the reason this is so good is simply because of that third trait, Necromaster. Gain 150 bonus souls from battle. Stick this in your team and do some quick farming, quick levels, and your souls can get boosted up so quick. And souls are so important in this game. If you're a newer player, the earlier you get this, the better it is, because it literally will affect your game forever. It's got potential to just help you out literally forever until you get to the point where you don't need any more souls. It is that good. So super crazy good early player troop. Soulforge. This is the first one of the legendaries now. Don't usually say to craft legendaries unless there's somebody absolutely amazing like a Tesla or something like that. But yeah, really good troop. I absolutely really like this troop. Explode column, which gets mana, deals damage to all enemies, which is good. But I love that third trait. Entangle the first enemy on 4 or 5 gem matches. Really good against those skull-based teams. Just get a 4 match, entangle that top troop. Very nice indeed. Do like it. Queen Mab. Mana burn all enemies, and if there are 30 or more blue gems, gain an extra turn. Freeze a random enemy on 4 or 5 gem matches is one of her better traits. Gain 1 magic when an ally casts a spell is decent as well as immune to frozen. They're all good actually in their own way. But yeah, the trouble with Mab is she was really good in the early days, but the power creep in the game, the amount of troops that are now immune to mana burn and things like that, she's just not fantastic anymore. Like the traits are some of the best things about her now, unfortunately. Scion does true scatter damage and drain 7 mana from all enemies. That 7 mana is not a lot anymore. There's so many weapons, so many troops designed to get mana quickly that you can cast that, drain that 7 mana, the enemy does one thing and then they get all their mana back anyway, and it's like... And the true scatter damage is not that much either. So yeah. But yeah, steal enemy mana when dealing skull damage is fun. But yep, Scion, don't see it around much more either. Carnex, create 5 skulls, then explode 10 skulls and gain magic-based armor. So you create skulls, you explode skulls, you can do some damage that way as well as pick up some mana. And it is impervious, as well as reduce damage from skulls by 25%. So yeah, some okay legendaries there, particularly Soulforge. So who gets my mythic of the week? It's certainly not going to be Zilopochtli. It's not going to be the Gemini either. Do really like Ahries and the right team, but you can't not give it to Pharos-Ra. Such a great early player troop. It is unreal. Just literally, you're going to benefit your team forever until the point where you don't need souls anymore when you use Pharos-Ra. Absolutely fantastic. Pharos-Ra, my mythic of the week. But there it is, there's the video. I'll be back later on with my Tower of Doom team and my Underspire team and things like that. But thanks for watching this one, and hit the like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.